Hello everybody, welcome to our market report. Well, today we're going to still talk about day trading. In our last report, Tricks for Trading, we talk about where could we find ideal entry point, especially when stock broke through their resistance. So right now we're going to add something else, another tool to be able, of course, to help you determine what is the ideal entry point. So we're going to add what we call stochastic. What we're going to do, we're going to take two graphs, one in a 2-minute bar chart, one in a 5-minute bar charts. We're going to add the stochastics, of course, and help determine how and where is the ideal entry point. We're going to look at Micron Tech. Look at Micron Tech. This is the 2-minute bar chart, and this is the 5-minute bar chart. So what we told you is like, look, this is an upward trend for Micron Tech. So whenever the stock was testing its upward trend, well, then you had entry point here because you were able, of course, to buy at the bottom for Micron Tech. But also what you had to consider was not only the fact that Micron Tech will test its upward trend, but also Micron Tech needed to break through a sideways formation. So this is a sideways formation, and this one also is a sideways formation. And whenever the stock was breaking through a sideways formation, well then, and it was keeping its upward trend, well then you had an ideal entry point here. So now we're going to talk about stochastics, which is this graph that you see here. So the stochastics here, this is a situation where it is oversold, so which means that there were too many sellers, and at this price, people see Micron Tech as a bargain, and they start to invest and buy it back. At this price, this is an overbought situation. So people, of course, were the Micron Tech got too much of a rally, and then people see this as a nice profit-taking opportunity. So oversold situation, overbought situation. So how does it work? So this is the upward trend. Of course, Micron Tech, what we need to look at is the stochastic. So here, for example, was an ideal entry point. So yes, the stock broke through a sideways formation, and it was keeping its upward trend. But if we look at the stochastics, when did it happen? It happened at around 1250. At around 1250, you see here that the stochastics started to went up. So people started to see Micron Tech as a bargain in the 2-minute bar chart. But because it's a 2-minute bar chart, this stochastic tends to be too much volatile. So you should also look at the 5-minute bar charts to see if they concord. So if at 1250, what happened, the 2 minutes bar chart stochastic was going up over the overbought situation. And on the 5-minute bar chart, you see at 1250, also they both were going up. So what you should look at is, first of all, for the stock to show that it breaks through its sideways formation, so what it did here at 1250, but also seeing that the stochastics of the 2-minute bar chart and also on the 5-minute bar charts tend to correlate and go in the same direction together. So when you see a nice technical signals that the stock broke through its sideways formation, and that the 2-minute stochastics and the 5-minute stochastics are all going in the same directions, well then you have an ideal entry point to be able, of course, to day trade. Also, there was another entry point which was at around this point here. So first of all, the stock broke through another sideways formation. So this occurred at 1434. So at 1434 here, you see that the stochastic was over there. So right now the stochastic, over here. So you see the stochastic was starting to get up. So people, even if it wasn't the overbought situation, there's still some people who were seeing this as an opportunity. So there was an opportunity, of course, to continue to go up. And you see at 12:34, you see also the 5-minute bar chart that the stochastic started to go up. So it was going up here for the 2-minute bar charts, and it was also going up here on the 5-minute bar charts. So those are key points you should take into account, of course, when you start to day trade to determine what is an ideal entry point. So that's all we got for you folks. Don't forget to always follow us on Facebook on Décision-Plus.com or also on our YouTube channel for another market report. So thank you, and see you on Décision-Plus.com.